this video, we will solve the exemplar questions in chapter R Environment. So the first question, which of the following is an artificial ecosystem? So pond is a natural ecosystem, crop field is a artificial ecosystem, and lake and forest are again natural ecosystem. The answer is B, which is crop field, which is a artificial ecosystem. In a food chain, the third trophic level is always occupied by producers from the first trophic level, herbivores, they form the second trophic level, always the carnivores, they form the third trophic level. The answer is carnivores. The next question, an ecosystem includes all living things, non-living objects, both living organisms and non-living objects, sometimes living organisms and sometimes non-living objects. So the option is C. It includes biotic and abiotic components. So that means it will include both living organisms and non-living objects. So in the given food chain, suppose the amount of energy at fourth trophic level is 5 kilojoule. What is the energy available at the producer level? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the fourth trophic level snake. So here the energy is 5 kilojoule. So they ask us to find the energy level at the producer. So grass. So we have to move only. We have to first find the third, then second, then we have to find the first trophic level, that is a producer. So the third trophic level, consider the energy was X, always from which the 10% is supplied to the or given to the snake, which is answer is given 5 kilojoule. So X into 10 by 100 is equal to 5. So X is equal to, when this 10 by 100 goes this side, it becomes a reciprocal into 100 over 10. So that would be 50 kilojoule. So third level has 50 kilojoule. What about the second trophic level? So that also X into 10%. So 10 by 100 gives 50 kilojoule. So therefore X will be equal to 50 into 100 over 10. So that would be 500 kilojoule. So second trophic level, the energy is 500 kilojoule. So what about the first trophic level? So again from the first trophic level, only 10% of energy goes to the grasshopper. But the answer is already given as 500. Therefore, the energy at the producer level would be 500 into 100 divided by 10. That would be 5000 kilojoule. So the answer is D. Energy level at the grass or producer level is 5000 kilojoule. The next question. Accumulation of non-biodegradable pesticides in the food chain in increasing amount at each higher trophic level is known as biomagnification. Direct definition. Next, depletion of ozone is mainly due to CFC, which is nothing but chlorofluorocarbon compounds. The option is A. Next question. Organisms which synthesize carbohydrates from inorganic compounds using radiant energy are called as radiant energy. They refer to the sunlight. So the obviously producers are the one, or the green plants are the one which uses sun's energy to produce food. Eighth question. In an ecosystem, the 10% of energy available for transfer from one trophic level to the next is in the form of heat energy, light energy, chemical energy and mechanical energy. Usually it is in chemical form of chemical energy. So it is from sunlight, it gets a light energy which gets converted into chemical energy. Then it is transferred to the other trophic levels. Ninth question. Organisms of a higher trophic level which feed on several types of organisms belonging to a lower trophic level constitute the food web. So they feed on several type of organisms. In case of food chain, they are going to feed only on one type of organism. But when they say several type of organism, it is going to be food web. Flow of energy in an ecosystem is always unidirectional. It goes only up from one tropic level to the other tropic level, or from the producer to the first tropic level, second tropic level, then to the third tropic level. The energy doesn't come back from the one tropic level, that is third tropic level, to second tropic level. Next, excessive exposure of humans to UV rays results in damage to immune system, damage to lungs, skin cancer, peptic ulcers. One is the skin cancer is correct, then it will exposure to UV rays. So it will cause a damage to immune system also. So 1 and 3, the option is C. The next question, 12th one. In the following group of materials, which group contains only non-biodegradable substances? So now they're talking about non-biodegradable substances. All should be non-biodegradable. So wood, paper, leather, only leather is there. Polythene, detergent, PVC. So in which non-degradable, biodegradable items would be only polythene. So then here grass is there. Last one, plastic, bakelite and DTT. So the option is 4 and option is 2. So 2 and 4, that is D. Polythene, detergent, PVC and plastic, bakelite and DDT. Then which of the following limits the number of tropic levels in a food chain? So decrease in energy at higher tropic levels. Why the tropic level food chain is always smaller? The reason because at higher levels only less energy is present. So the answer is option A. Which of the statement is correct? All green plants and blue-green algae are producers. Green plants get their food from organic compounds. Producers prepare their own food from inorganic compounds. Plants convert solar energy into chemical energy. So the answer is, we have to correct the incorrect answer. Choose the incorrect answer. So that would be for the 13th question. The 14th question, incorrect is, they say green plants get their food from the organic compounds. No, it's always inorganic. So the option is B. The next question. Which group of organisms are not constituents of a food chain? So which doesn't constitutes the food chain? Plankton, man, fish, grasshopper. Man forms the bigger chain. So the second one, and frog, snake, eagle, grass, grasshopper. Again it is, which of them are not constituents of a food chain? So the one is the plankton, man, fish, grasshopper. Then the other option is wolf, grass, snake, tiger. So there is no match, no. So even if they are jumbled, we can put it in order. But 2 and 3 is the answer. So that would be C. In option, now next one, the percentage of solar radiation absorbed by the green plants for the process of photosynthesis. Always the green plants only absorb 1% of solar energy. So the option is A. For the 17th question, in the given figure 15.1, the various tropic levels are shown in a pyramid. At which tropic level maximum energy is available? We know that always maximum energy is available only at the producers, that is T1. Because as it goes up, the energy decreases. As it goes up in the tropic level, the energy decreases. So the option is C, T1. The decomposes, what will happen if deer is missing in the food chain given below. If they say there is grass, deer and tiger. If there is no deer, what happens? The population of tiger increases. No, obviously no, because there is no food for it. This is not the case. The population of grass decreases. No, because there is no deer to eat, so it should actually increase. Tiger will start eating grass. No way, it's a carnivore. The population of tiger decreases and the population of grass increases. So the option is D. Next, 19th question. The decomposers in an ecosystem convert inorganic material to simpler form, convert organic material to inorganic form, inorganic to organic compounds, do not break down organic compounds. Option is C. Always they convert the organic material into the inorganic forms. So if a grasshopper is eaten by a frog, then the energy transfer will be from, so grasshopper is eaten by a frog. So this is the primary consumer, this is the secondary consumer. So obviously it is not a producer, so the option is C, from primary consumer to the secondary consumer. Next, disposable plastic plates should not be used because they are made of materials with lightweight, they are made of toxic materials, they are made of biodegradable materials. The clue is, the keyword is the plastic. Plastic is a non-biodegradable substances, so that would be option D. Then comes the short answers. Why is improper? It is improper disposal of waste occurs to the environment, because if it is, there is no proper disposal of waste, then it pollutes the environment, air pollution, soil pollution, water pollution. It pollutes all the components around us. Write the common food chain of a pond ecosystem. The bird eats a fish, the big fish eats a small fish or the larvae. So first there is a phytoplankton, then comes the small fish, then comes the big fish, then the big fish is eaten by the bird. This is a very common aquatic ecosystem. What are the advantages of cloth bags over plastic bag? The first main point should be they are biodegradable. Then they can be reused, because cloth bags, no, so we can wash it and reuse it. They do not cause any environmental pollution. So, and also these are three important points. One more point you can write it as they carry more weight than the plastic bags. Why are crop fields known as artificial ecosystem? Because they are man-made. So when the man is making that crop field, he makes sure that it has both the biotic, what are the required biotic and required abiotic components. He makes sure that it is there in the man-made ecosystem, that is the crop field. Next, differentiate between biodegradable and non-biodegradable substances. Cite example. We know biodegradable substances which are broken down by the biological process or by the microorganisms or saprophytes. And examples are the vegetable peel. And non-biodegradable substances, they cannot be broken down by the biological process, which lie on the soil for a long time. Next, suggest one word for each of the following statement or definitions. The physical and biological world where we live in is called as the environment, and each level of food chain is called as the trophic level. The physical factor like temperature, rainfall, wind and soil is called as the abiotic factors, and organisms which depend on the producers either directly or indirectly for food are called as the consumers. The next, explain the roles of decomposers in the environment. They are going to feed on the dead and the decaying material. They help in flourishing the replenishing the soil, or they help in the nutrient recycling or replenishing the soil, and they will clean the environment by removing the dead material. And we can also refer book for this answer. So select the mismatched pair in the following and correct one. So what is a mismatched pair? We have to find it. Biomagnification, accumulation of chemicals at the successive trophic levels of a food chain. Yeah, that is correct. First one is correct. Ecosystem, biotic components of environment. No, ecosystem is biotic and abiotic components. Aquarium is a man-made ecosystem. Okay. And parasites, organisms which obtain food from other living organisms. It's also correct. Only the correction is in the B part. Then, why do we clean ponds or lakes, but an aquarium needs, why we do not clean ponds or lakes? Why an aquarium needs to be cleaned? Why? An aquarium is because of an artificial ecosystem, and in an aquarium the dead remains should be removed because aquarium there is no decomposes. So then, long answers indicate the flow of energy in an ecosystem, why it is unidirectional. This question we will refer textbook. And what are decomposes, what will be the consequences of their absence in the ecosystem. Suggest 4 activities in daily life which are eco-friendly. For the 2032 question which are decomposes, again we will refer book and suggest any 4 activities in daily life. These are all we use our own knowledge and write this answer. Use of bicycles than the vehicles, avoid using plastics, plant trees, reuse and recycle. Then food chain, what is the difference between food chain and a food web? Food chain, it is the straight chain where the flow of energy is in a straight way, and food chain is always has only smaller, food chain is always smaller, and members of higher trophic level feed on single type of organism of lower trophic level in food chain. And food web is interconnected food chain is called as food web. So it has consist of numerous food chains. Then members of high trophic level can feed upon many organisms. So it has more options of food, that is food web. Name the waste which are generated in your house daily. What measures would you take for the disposal? Again, a common answer, like you can write by your own words. The remaining questions also, suitable mechanism for waste management in fertilizer industries, and what are the byproducts of fertilizer industries? How do they affect the environment also? We can write in our own words. So these are all own words answers. Harmful effects of agriculture practice also, own sentences we can write.